Wasima Shahid, and I'm running for Fallsburg Town Clerk. Join me October 31st. That's Tuesday, October 31st on Tea Time with Bunky. I'm excited about Fallsburg, and I'm excited to meet and greet you. That's Wasima Shahid, Fallsburg Town Clerk candidate on Tea Time with Bunky, October 31st on Tuesday, 7 p.m. See you there. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. This is message. Hi, Dan. All right.
Welcome to Tea Time with
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky.
This is super recent.
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I missed you guys. I really did. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. Welcome to Tea Time, Political Tea Time with Bunky, Political Tuesdays. I would like to thank all of my Tea Time with Bunky followers and subscribers. Those that are just joining in, just finding out about Tea Time. I appreciate you. You all have been sharing, liking, subscribing, following, telling a friend, and I appreciate that. And I just want to throw it out there and let you all know that I see you and that I appreciate you. No like goes unnoticed. So just know that. Also, I want to let everybody know that don't know, I talk about it all the time, that Tea Time with Bunky is also a part of the BGN Village Global Network, which is powered by Zeno FM, which is an online radio station, which is free, ZENO.FM. You can listen to Tea Time with Bunky on Rockbox FM. You can listen to Political Tuesdays on Rockbox FM at 8 a.m. And on Thursdays at 8 a.m., you can catch Tea Time with Bunky on LLR Columbus Radio, Radio Rockbox FM, Radio Ficero, which is in Mexico. It's Southern Soul Gold Radio, Culture Shock Radio, which is in Canada, WAP the Music Radio, which is in Guadalupe, which is Caribbean Island, and the Tattoo Shop. That's Thursdays at 8 a.m. Sundays at 12 p.m., you can catch Tea Time with Bunky on Confidence Radio, and they're all powered by Zeno FM with additional support by Online Radio Box. I'm telling you, you gotta listen to it on the radio. It's a totally different experience. Tonight is it's the last political show before elections. And tonight's guest she's different. She's I'm excited to have her on. And without further ado, you'll see why I'm excited. Well, you saw the announcement and all that stuff. But without further ado, I don't know if y'all be able to hear this. Oh, look at this. I missed all of this. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear the applause, but I hope you can hear the applause. I don't know if they can hear it. But we're there for Miss Wasima Shahid. If they can't hear you, there go my applause.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. I was nervous for a minute. I said, oh my God. You have a problem because that happens sometimes where people can log on the night before and then the next day
I was practicing.
So Wasima, okay. Wait, before I just need everybody to know that you're more than just a candidate. Okay, you're a groundbreaker. You really, really are. You're a groundbreaker because you're the first. You're the first woman of color that is actually running in an election for this position here, right? And I'm so excited about that thing. I am so, because you just don't know the representation is real. But before we get into that, tell everybody a little bit about you because I get a little bit ahead of myself. I'm so excited.
Me too. Hi, everyone. First of all, congratulations to you and all your success on your podcast
Thank you.
and just wanting me on your show. This is a big deal for me, and I'm so honored.
Thank you.
So, I am the face behind this sign that you've been seeing all through Hurleyville, Fallsburg, Wasima. Last name Shahid.
'Cause
Wasima.
there's just one name. Like I told you, somebody came to me and was like, "Why is there only one name?" I don't know.
I wanted to keep it simple, and Wasima means beautiful. So I just wanted that name to just take up the whole sign and sort of just kind of capture people's attention. So I'm running for Fallsburg Town Clerk.
Mhm.
A little bit about me. I am from Brooklyn, New York, and came to live in Mountaindale, New York in 2009, but I would just come and go for the weekends and holidays. And then I decided, I have 2 children. I'm a mom. I want to stay. There's green grass over here.
It's great.
There's trees. We have trees in Brooklyn. You know how to say tree? A tree grows in Brooklyn. So I grew up in Brooklyn, but I wanted to bear my fruit in Sullivan County in Mountaindale in the Fallsburg district.
Okay.
So I planted my feet, met some really good people through my children, through their extracurricular activities. And then it would just like very good teachers, firemen, just great pillars of the community. And I said, this is something that I want to be involved with.
Okay.
This is something I can relate to, because hospitality and working with people, just being a people person, that's me. I know it's like it's second nature for me. In Brooklyn, in the city, I've worked for law firms, doing hospitality, doing legal work, receptionist, filling in for legal secretaries there. I used to be a facilities manager for Joan and David shoe store. So that was a lot of communication, going around to the stores, making sure everything was okay, customer service, and a real estate agent. So
jack of many trades.
Yeah, I try. Well, but they all have to do with dealing with people and making them feel comfortable, giving them a better understanding of the real estate world, because that's a big deal. That's a huge purchase, and just letting them know that no, this can be done. Breathe. You can do this. So when I was nominated, I thought,
okay. So before you get to that, then something had to, you were going to talk about when you were asked, something had to motivate you to even entertain this, because politics in Sullivan County is a mess. Well, it's not a mess. It's not. I just don't like politics. That's because it's messy. But what motivated you to decide to go forward with this? Did you see a need? Like what?
First and foremost, I'm going to honestly say it was my enthusiasm to be able to work with people. Wherever I go and wherever I live, because I decided to plant my feet here and live here, I wanted to know about my neighborhood, about my community. So I have this knack for just talking to people and asking questions, going to events like the Juneteenth, the different parades that they would have, and just talking to the old timers, and just wanting a commitment to make it better. Did I see a need? Yes.
Yeah,
And
because Juneteenth wasn't in
just,
Fallsburg. I just want to put that out there. It wasn't in Fallsburg. It was in Monticello, but we're going to leave that alone. We're going to leave that alone.
but
Okay.
when the
No,
Fallsburg was representing, they were
Fallsburg
there.
was representing, but I've had this conversation from day one, way before you. Fallsburg should have been represented in Fallsburg as well. Fallsburg going to show up because that's what we do. But there should have been something here for the people that live in our town. There should have been something for us. I'm just saying.
And this is what I like about people like yourself, because you're not the only one. Ever since I've been here, I've been meeting so many people who feel that who are passionate about where they live.
Right.
The people who are born and raised here, saying how there should be so much more and so much more involvement.
Right.
That's the energy that we need as a community, and even officials to thrive on. We have to keep that same energy. We're having a conversation now about it, and we're expressing how we feel, but there are so many hidden, I found in meeting a lot of people and talking with them, there are so many hidden gems of people with creativity and talent and ideas.
Right.
You know, here, and I feel like somebody like me, like say they were to walk in and they were like, I got an idea, I got this, that. I know how to listen. I know how to listen. I know how to make people comfortable and warm. Now, going back to what you said in terms of the need, I have children that I have 2 children, and I like to keep them busy after school.
Okay.
Because after school programs, it's like a domino effect. It helps with your academics. And I saw a need for more. And then I said, you know what, not just for my children, but the children of the community, because I wanted them to be able to socialize. My daughter loves to dance. There's so many other children here that love to dance too. And especially during the pandemic, we had to be out there meeting people and like-minded people. And so did they. My son, he's very athletic. So it was okay. I found some coaches. I met with some coaches. I met with their teachers, and they have gone above and beyond in terms of paying for supplies and equipment out of pocket.
Okay.
So, and it was like, wow. So we have the soldiers here. We have the tools. I just think it's just about putting it into place, having someone make them feel confident that yes, we can thrive here. We can teach our children to want to stay, educate them about the Fallsburg district and how beautiful it is. There's so much history here, you know, that the people who've been here, like yourself,
right,
you know, that have the stories that have to tell, and how it was, how it can be, and how it could be even better.
And you know what? We need that type of energy, because that's not what I get now. You know what I'm saying? It's like we need that energy of people like, okay, you can come talk to me, and you know, and we can, you know, make it better. Let's open this up to everybody, which is good, because like I said, that's not what's going on. That's not what has been going on. You know, like now I'm starting to see little things trickle across my page. Like now you want to be involved. Now I'm seeing you want to do things. Why is that? Is it because elections are coming up? And before, once you got voted in and you got comfortable, I didn't see these things. Now I'm seeing things that are not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, because you're new. You're just running. But people that have been in position,
right?
They weren't thinking like you're thinking now, how you've met people in the community. I mean, like you actually, I was looking through your pictures today, like you actually were with pillars of the community, talking about things that mattered to people that were here, who doesn't seem to have a voice, right? But we'll get to that. Now, you were saying before I so rudely cut you off that somebody approached you.
Yes. Yeah, she's a Barbara Schmidt. She's she became a very good friend of mine. And I met her through the art of Subak Do. There used to be a Subak Do school in here, a dojang in Mountaindale. So I sent my children, and I'm one of those involved parents with extracurricular activities on the PTA. I would just sit and watch, and then I became involved. And just through there, like I said, it was like I felt like when I got here, it was like a magnet, just like-minded people like myself. I just became introduced to, and it was, before the summer, she asked me, and it was just like me. And then I thought about it. Why not me? This is a perfect fit. This is something I've been doing all my life. And just to think how awesome it would be to do this right here where I live, not get on a coach bus, the Metro North, and do it out in the city, not do it for another town, but right here. And that's why one of the reasons I wanted to stay. It's like, wait a minute, I don't want to go to the city anymore. I want to work near where I live. And that's one of the reasons I became a bus driver. As well, I'm currently a school bus driver. I drive a 72-seater yellow bus. And it's not just being a bus driver. They are my children. They are my children. Their parents trust me every day with their precious, we call it precious cargo. They trust me to get them to school and home safely. You have to have a lot of patience that I've worked on and had through the years, and was able to roll it over to being a school bus driver. And I intend to, I just can't wait to meet more people that live in the Fallsburg district, because the people I'm meeting now, I'm literally floored. It's like, wow, you live here? You have these talents? You have this passion? Like I said, I know I keep talking about you too, but you're one of them that I'm just so honored that I even met. I didn't know that there was a podcast like yours informing people. And it starts here, just being informative, and welcoming, and just me wanting to, like I said, roll all those hospitality skills, people skills into the Fallsburg town clerk environment. Whereas when someone steps foot in there, they feel welcomed.
Right. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. People being able to walk into that office and not feel as if, they're going to be shut down, or they're not really being paid attention to, or it's going to take forever to get the documents that you're going in there for, or the information that you're going in there for. And what all of your positions, and we didn't even name, because you probably don't want to, I don't know. You even worked for someone in high position. And so it's like I say all the time, trust the process, trust the journey. I say all the time. And so your process, everything you've done, have been lining you up for this day right here. Well, not tea time, but, running, next week. Next week, election?
I know.
Let me ask you.
Yes.
Throughout your campaigning, like, how long have you been campaigning?
Before the summer.
Before the summer. Have you had any challenges? Like, what was your challenges? What did you find most challenging when you started this?
Actually, sort of like asking people if they would vote for me.
Was it because you were a woman, or because you were a woman of color, or because they didn't know you? Because, like I said before, you're
all of the above.
Okay. All right. Because that makes sense.
All of the above. I wasn't very well known. The people I did know were through my children, so I knew I knew school teachers, counselors, dance teachers, football players. I knew firemen, a few maybe police officers, because I would introduce myself to them too. And then I knew the people at my church. But if I were just to kind of walk down the road or on in Fallsburg, no one would really recognize me. But the people who would recognize me would be the children. Right. The children know in the Fallsburg district. They know who I am. And then I would hear them say, mommy, that's she was in my school. She volunteered for us. So when I would volunteer in the classrooms, little things like a picture day, or I'm always filling out a survey and putting my ideas in and how we can make the school even better. But my job in detail really would be just a liaison, just the face behind the people with the power. So it's like coming into if you see me and you like me, I represent my team. So
they should all have the same energy that you bring, because that'd be pretty disappointing to come up on somebody like you, and then you go meet the other people and you're like, really, this is what it is, like, because you're so full of your energy is contagious. It really, really is. And I just met you, and like you said, people thought that we knew each other, like we would have, but I don't go anywhere, so that's why you don't know, because I don't go anywhere. But the first time we spoke, it was like we knew each other.
I felt like we did. I felt like we should.
We should, right? You would think, because it's very important for people like me to be able to connect to people like you, and those people. When I say those people, politicians and things, even though I don't like politics, I need to do better. I say it all the time. Right. I need to do better, but I just don't like politics. I don't, but I need to do better. But now you've conquered some of your hard things. What are some of your wins? What are some of the things that make you smile since this process?
When I see people registering to vote.
Yes. Hello, y'all. Elections are Tuesday, but you can vote now, just so you know.
Yeah. Especially when I talk to a.
Yeah. Hello, I voted.
Thank you.
Yes.
Listen, and I love it when they have those little stickers. You're like, oh, a sticker's a sticker. No, not when you get an I voted sticker. That speaks volumes, because what you're doing is saying, I exist, I'm here, I have a say, I am one of the decision makers, in my community. I'm not just sitting here watching people make decisions for me.
Right.
But I do get excited, especially sometimes, with young people too. It's like, oh no, I didn't. I'll get to it. And then how the Wild Wild West, you go, I'll whip out the application. I have one right here.
Oh, so you walk around with them.
I do. I've been walking them. Yes. And if anybody here, it's not, to register, the last day was the 28th.
Okay.
But
register for next year. Whatever. Just register. Isn't next year presidential?
Yes.
I hope not. I got a headache. I don't want to talk about that. Let's not. Let's go back. Let's not talk about that.
No, we're gonna talk about me getting off. I
don't want to talk about them. What are you hoping to bring to the town if you're elected, right?
Right.
What are you hoping to bring to that office, to that position?
Well,
are we gonna be dancing, walking in? No, I'm playing.
If that's what you feel like doing, if that touches your heart to do, I'll do it with you, and then we can get down to why you're here. if that leads you to do that first, I'm with you.
Okay.
What I would like to do, because what I'm hearing, I would like to extend the office hours, the town clerk office hours.
Now, what are the hours now?
That's a good question.
Sometimes they're not even open.
I don't think there any set hours. I'm not sure. This is what I'm hearing from the people. I don't think that there are any set hours. I know I've gone and didn't really see anything happening. Right. So this is what I would like to do. I would like to extend it out maybe like till 6:30.
For regular people.
For regular people with the 9 to 5, everybody works. So it's not, they're not really able to get to the Fallsburg Town Clerk's office during the day, or sometimes not even lunch. Some people work through lunch or only have a 30-minute lunch. Yeah. And there's just not enough time. Right. So, and not only that, I would like to extend the weekday hours. Also, possibly do a Saturday, open on Saturday once a month.
Now you see that right there is what's up. That right there is you're totally thinking about the people.
Yes.
Because most people, like you said, and I say regular people because I'm a regular people, we work crazy hours or whatever, and we work through our lunch, or some of us live too far away from the town, or we work far, and by the time we get back and you need that important document and you get there and it's closed, and you don't know how you're going to get it, you're going to have to either call out of work or take time off, and some people can't afford to take time off.
Or don't get paid if they take time off.
Right, exactly. And the way it is now, everybody needs that little check that we make. Yes. So like that is awesome. Like that would be awesome. How do you think that'd be received?
Oh, I think it would be busy. It would definitely on a Saturday because there's no work on Saturday. That's the best time to actually take care of your personal business. People, they work for somebody else. They're doing things for other people, but just to have a Saturday to personalize yourself and say, this is something I am doing for me. And that would be something received very well because they can check it off on their list. This is what I did for me today. And I was able to do it on a Saturday, not during lunch, swallowing my lunch down. Sometimes people are more relaxed on a Saturday. You could get your thoughts together. Not only that, but even after work, when it would be extended, you've punched out and you're able to think with a clear head and walk in and dot your I's and cross your T's.
Right. Yeah. Now, okay. So let's switch up a little bit. Let's go back.
Okay.
Because this is a big deal for me. And I stress it because I haven't seen it really. Like I've seen little sprinkles here and there, years apart. When I say years apart, like they weren't close. It was like the importance of representation. Now, not dismissing Rebecca, because she was in there clerk for a short period of time, but she wasn't voted in. It's different. You're out there in the streets. You're out there in the streets, trying to get the vote of the people versus being appointed. So I'm not dismissing her at all. I gave her, I was excited when I saw that.
Me too.
But like with you, like how does it feel breaking the color barrier in our local politics? Because you've been here for a while. You've seen what it looks like. You've seen the face of politics. And people be like, oh, well, she's trying to make it like a racial thing. No, it's not. But it feels good to see somebody who looks like me sitting in one of those offices.
Yes.
It shows little girls
Yes.
or little boys, if they want to be a clerk that look like me, that they can run and they're not going to be hitting a wall here in Sullivan County.
Yes.
You know, so like how does that feel? Because like, yo, you doing a thing right now. Like this is a thing. And it's not just your personality, you're right for the job, like period. Because
yes,
the process, you were preparing. If everybody knew everything you've done, everything prepared you for this position right here. So how does it feel as I'm stressing you out probably?
That's okay.
How does it feel to be the face of, like, the importance of representation? Because you have a daughter.
Oh, it feels great. And if I could show you some pictures when my sign came in, when I told her I was asked to be town clerk, she just started screaming. She did. She was so excitement. It's like I could see her heart on her sleeve, just and it was like,
wow.
Yeah, it was like, okay, wow. And I didn't, like I said, this is something that I've been doing. So this feels very natural for me. So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't look at it like that, like, oh, I'm the first. But then honestly, when you've talked about it, and then when I saw the excitement in my daughter, I said, wait a minute, this is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
This is definitely groundbreaking. I am so honored that
Thank you,
I'm actually doing something that I love to do. I love meeting and greeting people. I remember I was working for a financial company, but I was in customer service. And certain jobs, they say, you can move up, if you want to. But with this particular job, they said, you know what, Wasima, we'll move you up if we'll move you if you want to. We can move you to a different position if you want to. But you are so good at meeting and greeting our clients. We really want you to keep doing that, and we will pay you. We will give you what you need. But if you would just stay right there, and it was just like, oh, okay. And it kind of made coming to work worthwhile, literally.
You felt valued. You felt valued and appreciated.
Very, very much so. And it makes me feel good when I can help someone get a question answered or direct them to the right person, or or the right place, or just help them get something accomplished, no matter how small it may be. Sometimes it's the little things that, because you never know what people are going through, what they've been through, and then a simple good morning, hi, how can I help you? And that's what I want to be for my community. Help, a good help.
And that right there, that's how can I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, like if you're having a rough day, right? And I'm using me as an example. I'm having a rough day and I have to go to the clerk's office because okay, my back is out and my handicap thing is expired and I gotta get that. I don't want to go there in the first place, And then you're greeted, not saying that this happened, but if you're greeted with the wrong spirit, that could make your already bad attitude worse. But if you have somebody that's like, you're already in the bad mood and you walk in and they're like, good morning, how may I help you today? You're like, first of all, you're going to ask them, why are they so happy? Let me be happy. You never know who, you never know who will walk through that door. From someone, and nobody's low on a totem pole, but it could be that person, like you said, who had a bad day, their back is hurting, they don't even want to be there in the first place, they're exhausted. And then it could be that person that just wants to dump
a lot of money into Fallsburg, into our children, into our community.
Who?
You never know who's who.
Like who?
You know, listen, listen.
Just saying.
I'm not. You never know who
You
made.
never know. You never know. You don't.
You know, I'm not to get too religious, but you know, they did say God walked through the streets,
Yeah,
you
hello.
know, in rags and sandals, and
Yes, and they didn't know who he was.
they didn't know who he was.
They didn't
But
know.
it was the woman who came and said, "I'll wash your feet." You know, I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I'm just using it. But what I can do is refer you to a good pedicurist and manicurist. That.
Do we even? I don't even think we have one of them in Fallsburg.
But they're there. But this is the thing. They're there. They're out there. They're people who do hair. They know how to. I mean, through the Fallsburg district, they send, they send the students and the children out to other schools, BOCES, to learn different trades, which is excellent. And I hope that keeps them here in the Fallsburg district.
But you know what?
I don't want to open up.
They've been doing that since before me going to school, right? But everything has just changed so much here. Like we talked about it. Everything has changed so much here that there's like it's not much. It's not. And it's sad because I am a diehard comic. I am a diehard Fallsburg. Yes, I am. I believe black and gold. I am a comic.
Yes.
Me all day. But I'm a realist too. I see what it was versus what it is. You know, and maybe because I'm older and my eyes are open to it, I wasn't as aware of what was going on, especially political, because of my attitude. Well, that doesn't affect me. You know, the young people, well, that doesn't affect me. I don't need to vote. That I always voted because that was exciting for me when I was able to vote. But not being aware of who my candidates were. Like that's why I tell people to know your candidates. No, that's why having you on and Mike and Justin and Kat and last year I had Nathan on and like I even had Sean on last year. You know, it's like you have these people on and you have these conversations, right?
Yes.
People can see the person behind the sign. Now you can see through a politician when a politician come on and they being real political, right? They being real political and trying to put on the good face for the people. You can see through that, you know. But I'm just saying, y'all got you. It's gonna be an uphill battle, but as long as we have happy people like you,
it starts there. You never know what somebody's trying to do, what ideas they may have. It starts, you know. I feel like I would be the face, the first person that they would see when someone is looking for information, looking to get information, looking to give information.
Right.
I would be that first person, and you know. When we're trying to be better, when we're trying to do things right, there are different levels. It would be me, and it's like, wow, I was greeted so nicely. And whatever, let's say, you know, whatever it is, that next person they would speak to, whether it be Justin, Nathan, or Michael Ben Simone, I've already sort of, you know, I wouldn't say buttered them up, but I've given them their coffee, their tea, you know, and then, you know, great ideas and just plans can just happen.
Yeah.
You know,
come to the table.
I don't want people just to give it can be. Fallsburg can be better. I know people talk a lot about how it was, but if we just keep the faith and know that it is possible. It is anything is possible. And this is what we tell our children too, right? And sometimes as adults, we do get discouraged, but we can bring Fallsburg, you know, those expectations that we once had it's possible to bring it there again.
See, I love
I
your
want to be
spirit.
part of that.
I love your spirit and I love your attitude. You are
you.
such the optimist. You really, really are. You like Bunky, we can do this. We can get this back.
Please don't give up.
You're like, I don't see it happening.
No. You'd be surprised, you know. And I hope it will be contagious. And I want it to be contagious to make people want to vote.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
To get to know the candidates. Yes.
I want people to vote. I want them to make a conscious decision to vote. I mean, it's still not too late to learn who the candidates are and know their backstory. It's not too late. The ones that are in office already, on what they've done, what they haven't done. It's not too late. You know, like I want people to do that. I want them to get out there. If I could just shake them all, just shake them, get out there and vote. Know who you're running for. Like you guys that came on my show, I mean, I think you came on because you were open to the conversation.
Right.
You know, you guys were open to have a conversation with me. You were open to be vulnerable because you don't know what I'm gonna throw at you in the conversation because you don't know. Because I tell everybody, it's a conversation. Something may come up. You don't know what's going to be. But I respect you guys for coming on. And I'm not a large platform. I'm large enough. You are large enough. People apparently listening. That you guys wanted the people out there to know who you were, the faces behind the signs, you know, and what you bring to the table. Because some people, they won't come on this show. They won't do it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm like, how y'all scared of me? I'm 5 feet. I'm 5 feet tall. How are you scared of me? It's a conversation. But if you're already in position, I'm going to hold you accountable.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
You know, we have Wasimas coming in and young Wasimas coming in. Now, what would you tell a young person that's coming behind you that like your daughter's age, like they're watching you because, they watching you. They're watching you and might say, oh, well, you know what? Let me throw my hat in the ring. When I get older, I want to be a politician or I want to be the president of the United States. What would you tell a young child of color? And I speak to them because there's no representation here for us in Sullivan County. So I'm saying that. Y'all, I'm saying that. Yes, I am. No representation for us that truly identify with who we are. I'm going to say it like that.
Right.
What would you say? I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm just saying, I just get so beside myself sometimes. When I see
it's okay.
People. What would you tell somebody like that? That how I feel like I don't see any hope. And I don't know if I would want to run there because everybody there looks alike and there's not been, what would you tell somebody like me?
Yeah. Well, first I want to say, Bunky, it's okay. I love the skin that I'm in.
Hello. Yes.
I so the fact that someone recognized, I've been many places where I've been the only Black person. And like I said, it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either. Somebody does.
But I love it if someone was to, like you have to kind of point it out in a complimentary way, me being the first, and I was like, wow, now that I think about it, I'm doing it. This is a big deal. I am influential.
Yes, true.
Because especially when it comes to our Black history, that's something that we can't forget. And me being Black, that's something I'm so very proud of. I just started wearing my afro.
I had one, but then it was stressful because my hair is the gray is like really coming in.
It's beautiful, and we're so versatile. We're a versatile people.
We can do many things.
We can be in any room, talk to anyone. But I would tell them, mainly, like I tell my daughter too, you can do it. It's possible. Watch myself, and I give them other examples of other people that are doing it. Like I'm gonna start to mention you as well in conversation. But it's I tell her too to be better than me.
Right.
You know, yes, you can do this, but sometimes we tend to follow in the footsteps of our family, of the lineage. You know, you have a family of carpenters, you have a family of scientists, you know, and I come from I feel like I've come from a long line of communicators, people who know how to speak to all kinds of people and be in different rooms and feel comfortable.
Right.
Feel comfortable doing so.
Right.
I would just tell them whatever it is that's in your heart and that you're passionate about doing, whether it be town clerk or president of the United States, it's possible. It is in your reach, but just staying true to who you are.
That's it.
Being kind.
Yes.
Okay. And no matter who, and this is what I've learned too, no matter who comes into your space, being respectful.
Yes.
No matter who they are.
Yes. And, you know, the respecting, big, because people there, I don't know how it is for you now or whatever, but I'm sure that when your name first came out there, I'm sure, because I'm just thinking about Sullivan County and the politicians or whatever. I'm sure they didn't even think you would get as far as you did. I'm almost positive on that. I'm almost positive because of who they are and what you didn't do. Put it like that, what you did not do.
Well, you know, like David and Goliath. But this is why I wanted to keep my sign simple. Yeah. Just simple and things like being on your show, meeting and greeting people, let my energy, optimism, positivity, sort of speak for itself.
Yes. And you are so positive and your energy is just, thank you. I was like, I can't wait for you to win so I can stop by and just say, hey, just saying, hey, you know, it's like, because the representation, you just don't know how much it means so much to me, because during the presidential elections, right? And I have a picture of it when Biden, Lord God, Biden won, right? Lord, that man. But when Kamala walked across that big stage when they won with their families, right?
Yes.
I have a picture of my granddaughter standing in front of the TV and like,
wow, nice.
And so I like think about stuff like that, like brings tears to my eyes, because I'm like, I got to see my granddaughter experience someone who looks like her in such a position. You know, it's possible. So town clerk, vice president, pastor, whatever, coaches, whatever, you know, seeing somebody who looks like you matters.
Yes.
It's very, very important. And this conversation wasn't just, it wasn't just about the representation part of it. I mean, it turned into that kind of, but I wanted people to know you.
Yes. And that's okay, because
very important.
Like I said, I love the skin that I'm in, but this smile is versatile. This hits you this way, that color, this denomination, that denomination.
Yes. And you're a person universal. Yeah, you're a person for the people. You're for everybody. You know,
absolutely.
Not just a certain group, not, you know, just for people who's going to benefit from you being in position. You're there for the people, and you
Oh,
made that
yes.
really clear in
First
the
and foremost, the people.
exactly. When you told me that you wanted to change the hours, I was like, "What? She is there for the people because nobody's going to voluntarily work late. Nobody." But you see, the regular people,
Right.
there's a need for it here. Um, I I can't thank you enough for running because I could never do it. I'm gonna be honest, I could never. I remember last year, somebody had said to me when I started this, you ought to run, because the only way, and me and Rashad, we were talking about, the only way we're gonna make a change is to get involved. But I'm not a politician. You see, I can't do that. Not, I mean, like clerk is political, but it's really not. So you don't really have to get ugly. You're not that person, But I don't know. Like somebody might look at me wrong and set me off,
Bunky, somebody has to spread the word
and
to
people like,
vote for Wasima Shahid
and I'm out
and
there
Michael Ben
screaming.
Simone
Yes.
and Justin Picchiotti.
Yes. Somebody
And
does
somebody has to be the newscaster and let them know who we are. And I think you're the best person to do it. You
And I
found
love
your
it.
purpose,
Yeah.
and you're continuing to grow. I
Yeah.
think you're big already, but you're getting even bigger though.
Yeah. You know what? It's all in God's plan. I had to trust the process.
Yes.
Trust the journey. Everything that I've been doing in my life, just like everything you've been doing in your life, has been preparing you for where you are. Now is there anything? I mean, because we still have 7 minutes, right?
Okay.
Like, what do you want to get out there? Like, what's important to you? What matters to you? Okay, off the political thing. Something about Wasima. Something about you. What matters to you that'll help draw the people in? That people be like, okay, I can relate to her.
Right.
I know that was totally off.
No, that's okay. What it specifically matters to me about this community is I want to help make this community be harmonious. So what's for one person can be for everybody. And I specifically speak when I say harmonious, not just for the parents, but for the children too, for the children here in this community. I want them to be able to say, you know what, Fallsburg has so much going on. There's so many opportunities here that would make them want to stay.
Right.
And grow right here in the Fallsburg district. I want things to be so harmonious where I think you even mentioned it too, where there used to be a time you could walk down the street and people would say hello, hi, how are you? You know what I mean? Where, not just in the, the contagiousness, it's contagious. Like when you walk in, my smile, my welcomeness, but so they'll take that energy that sort of like, I gave, and then once they leave out of that office, that energy is still on them. So as they're walking down the street and they're passing by people, whether it be a businessman and somebody comes into their business, they're doing the same thing.
Right.
Just making it harmonious where everybody is just inclusive in the upward spiral where I know Fallsburg can go.
They could. They could.
Keep the faith, Bunky.
I mean, they I don't know why, Wasima. I don't know. I'm just like so irritated.
Now, I've like even before I got here, and that's what made sense for me to be in this position, because I feel like it's my calling too, because before I officially moved here and stayed 5 days, seven days a week and put my children in school, that was like in 2017. But like since 2009, I've been back and forth. I was called into Eric Adams' office but at the same time, my life was transitioning. I wanted the trees and the grass and the space and the fresh air that Fallsburg is. And then this came around. I said, oh, wow, I feel like I'm being reeled right back into the political realm.
Well, that's sense. And for people that may have missed, or those that are going to go back and recap, because that's what they do, they recap. You mentioned Eric Adler. That's one of the people I didn't want to. Adams, Eric, what? Eric, what's his name?
Eric Adams.
Yeah, see, I don't like politics. I know who he is. When I see him, I'll be like, oh God, you know. Politicians, oh my goodness. I want there to be politicians that mean what they say and say what they mean for everybody. That's what I want.
Right.
Like, I don't want the politicians for some people, you know. Be the person for everybody. And that's why I get so aggravated, you know, and it's not going to change if people don't vote.
Yes.
So that's the of the vote.
And early voting is still going on up until November 5th.
Yeah, until Sunday.
The Government Center.
Yes.
In Monticello and in Liberty. And of course,
all over New York State in your district. Because I remember during the presidential election, I was like giving from all over. I was giving people their counties, websites and stuff. So all people got to do is go to your government county website. People go to your government county website.
Yes.
Type in Board of Elections.
Right.
Type in sample ballot. Then click on your town, and there is a sample ballot of who you're voting for, the people that are trying to get your vote. So you can look at them, you can study them, and you can make an informed decision. You're doing your homework like you had to study for a test. That's what I said. Studying for a test. And then make sure New Yorkers, I don't know how it is in the other states if they have this addendum going on, but New York, flip that ballot over. There's an addendum on the back of the ballot. One is about the sewage, something about the sewage pipes or whatever. Study it. I can't tell you all that. I don't know all that stuff. And then there's another one I don't think really affects our school districts, but it's more city school districts. It's something with the budgeting for them. So sample ballot, back of the ballot is the addendums, 2 addendums for New York. And do your homework, people, because if you don't like the people in office, I say it all the time, you don't like the people in office, vote them out. People get out there and vote them out. They be like, oh, but they're no better. True, they may be just as bad, but you voted the worst ones out. You got just as bad in, and when the election comes, you vote them out, and then you just twinkle. But if you don't vote,
yes,
you have
somebody will vote for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And y'all got to get out there and vote for Wasima. She is running for Town of Fallsburg Clerk.
Yes.
She's running for the clerk. Now, y'all done seen her face. Y'all heard her voice. You see her personality. You see she's for the people.
Absolutely.
So what is November 7th, you guys? November 7th, Tuesday. Elections are Tuesday.
Yes.
So what do you want to tell the people before we round this up? I'm sorry I took all that time.
No, that's okay. Vote for Wasima Shahid, Fallsburg Town Clerk.
Yeah, I don't have
November 7th. You can still vote up until early voting November 5th. You can vote tomorrow, Thursday, Friday from 9 to 5. That's in the Government Center and also in Liberty. And also
Liberty too, and Liberty, right.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that. I forgot about the Liberty voting.
For early voting.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
But for regular voting, each town, the Fire Known Mountaindale, the Firehouse. And if you click on also what Bunky said, you put in you could put in your zip code and you can find out exactly where your district can vote. In Woodburn, they have it over there at the police station, but please, please get out and vote. Your vote matters. Your voice matters. There's power in voting.
Yes.
We want to change. Let's stop complaining.
Yes.
Let's stop complaining and let's make a change. Let's be that change.
And see, I bug out because I vote. So it's like I vote. And I still don't like what I'm seeing. But I vote. I vote my heart. And that's what I like. You know, and you guys, I need Thursday has late early voting hours until 8. So Thursday, y'all got until 8 o'clock to vote. So there's no reason for you not to. So like I said, this is I believe, unless I can get you all on election night, because next Tuesday's elections. This is my last scheduled regular political Tuesday. Y'all have been giving me a headache. Lord, I think I got more grays since doing this. So Thursday tea time with Bunky. I want you guys to tune in. I have Mr. Roland Brown. He's from Macon, Georgia. And he's coming on Tea Time with Bunky, and it's from bullet to blessing. This man was shot in the head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was shot in the head, and sitting in his car. He was in his car. He was in a coma, and we're going to talk about how it went to blessing, because like it could have got really ugly, because he was talking about retaliation, all kind of stuff. So we're going to get into that story. Yep, it happened September 3rd, 2021, and God's glory. He walked out of the hospital. He walked out on November, Thanksgiving Day. Now, 2 months after being shot in the head, this man walked out of the hospital. And it wasn't a graze, y'all. People get shot. Oh, well, this person got shot in the head. No. Part of his skull is gone. So he was really shot in the head. So that's Thursday's show. It's going to be a powerful Tea Time with Bunky is getting back to where it started. You know, no conversation too big, no conversation too small. If it matters to you, it matters to me. That's my motto. You know, like that's what it is. So you all have a super night. I appreciate you. Y'all, please go out and vote. Go out and vote. I can't stress it enough. Go out and vote. Wasima is she's on the top line. Hello, top line. There's a name right there. Wasima Shahid, right there. Top line, and I think.
And I'm on another line where you don't have to be Democratic, Republican.
Right.
Yes.
So y'all have options. If you're like, I don't want to vote Democrat, I don't want to vote Republican. Hello, you got another option. She's right there too. So I think it's family. Is it family?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the family party. So hello, y'all. Go out there, get your voices heard. And then if you don't like it, you can talk junk because you voted. So you all have a row A. Wait, Sullivan United.
Sullivan United.
Row A and Sullivan United. There you go, you guys. So you can either vote for Democrat or you can vote row A. So thank you, Barb. Appreciate you. So you guys have a great night. I appreciate you. Tell a friend. And remember, if you missed tonight's show, you can listen to it once again on the radio next Tuesday at 8 a.m. on Rockbox FM. This is on Zeno FM. It's a yellow app. It says Zeno, and it's free. Thursdays at 8 a.m. LLR Columbus Radio, Rockbox Radio Facero, It's Southern Soul Gold, Culture Shock Radio, WAP the Music Radio, and the Tattoo Shop. Sundays at 12 p.m. on Confidence Radio. All powered by Zeno FM with additional supports by Online Radio Box. Then you can find me on your favorite podcast platforms. Yeah, we're everywhere. So I'm telling you, listen to it on the radio. It's a different experience. And you can hear these. We're over 100. It's more than that, but 173 is standing out in my mind because I don't want to give the wrong number. But we're in over 173 countries. So if you just name a country, we probably there. Argentina, France, Germany, India. I'm just throwing places that I know we are, so Africa, the different continents. I mean, we're all over the place. Argentina. I think we're in Venezuela.
I think you mentioned Mexico too the other
Yeah,
day.
we're in Mexico. I think we're in Ireland. We're all over the world. We're global. And there's 195 countries. 195 countries.
And
Now,
hopefully they'll tell their family members who live here in Sullivan County
yeah,
or Fallsburg District. I see why.
they can't vote for you, but they can cheer
But
for
they
you.
may have family.
Yeah, they may. I mean, hello, we know about the block vote family. Thank God we're getting off now where I ain't got to talk about that and mess you up. So we're not going to do that. So I'll talk to you. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you. Bye-bye now.